Hello everyone, this is your Sahu sir. So here yet another interesting topic in front of you today. So today we will discuss the topic that is consumers equilibrium, consumers equilibrium under indifference, indifference curve. So this is the topic which we are going to discuss today. Consumers equilibrium means how a consumer is getting the satisfaction, that is full satisfaction, with the help of two or more goods, that we used to make the analysis with the help of indifference curve. Here this concept is very different. In the law of diminishing Marshall utility, in the law of equi-Marshall utility, we have calculated how the consumer is getting the maximum satisfaction as well as the full satisfaction with a different approach. Under the cardinal utility approach, we have calculated. Now, under the indifference curve, we have to calculate the consumer's equilibrium or full satisfaction with the help of two or more goods, that we will calculate it under the ordinal utility approach. We will calculate, right? Basically, first, what is this consumers equilibrium? First of all, we should know it. Consumer equilibrium related meaning. So let us start. A consumer is said to be in equilibrium with with given given his taste and prices of two goods, and income on the purchase of two goods in such a way so as to get maximum satisfaction. Let us check out this definition. A consumer is said to be equilibrium. Equilibrium means a consumer is getting the equal satisfaction from two goods. With his given taste. Taste is nothing but taste and preference, prices of good, and income of the consumer, and how he is making the combinations, and he is making the combinations in such a way to get the maximum satisfaction. Even all combinations are giving the same satisfaction, but what combination has to choose, what combination has to be chosen which gives the equal satisfaction by the two goods, that we will calculate under this law. Okay, the law of consumers equilibrium under the indifference curve, we will find out what combination he has is giving the maximum satisfaction as well as the equal satisfaction, right? That we will calculate one by one. Let us check out, right? First of all, basic information is, first of all, we should go through with some sort of assumptions. Assumptions is nothing but, if we follow these assumptions, then only the law can be proved, otherwise law cannot be proved. What are the assumptions? Number one, taste and preference. Taste and preference should be constant. Next, price of goods to be constant. If the price of goods is not constant, then law cannot be applicable or we cannot explain. Next, income or money should also to be constant. Income or money should also be constant. Next, number 4, right? Here, consumer should be rational. Remember what is this rational? With a limited money, he wants to get maximum satisfaction with the help of 2 or more goods. And next, number 5, right? Here, there must be perfect competition. There must be perfect competition. Perfect competition. Okay, in the good market, they must have the perfect competition in the good market. Where perfect competition, where we used to see the homogeneous goods with the same price all over the market. Then only this law can be explained. Otherwise, the law cannot be explained. Right? So, to explain this law, we have to follow some conditions. We have to follow some conditions. Okay, what is these conditions? We will see. Number 1, first of all, we must have the access of price line and budget line. Consumer equilibrium can be determined with the help of 2 conditions. Number 1, we will use the price line as well as the budget line. Okay. Next, number 2, we require indifference curve. Indifference curves of all combinations. Compulsory we used to require. And next, number 3 is we have to follow the MRS, that is delta y by delta x. In the previous we have discussed, that is nothing but marginal rate of substitution. If you did not listen this topic, already the video is been shared. Once you can go and check it that topic, right? So for the consumer equilibrium, or to determine the consumer equilibrium, then we used to follow, okay, these conditions. Number 1, price line and budget line should be there. Indifference curves of all combinations should be taken out. In the same way, MRS, delta y by delta x, we have to compulsory taken. Right? That is nothing but marginal rate of substitution. Okay. If any one is missing here, then consumer equilibrium cannot be determined. Please remember this. Okay. We require 3: budget line, price line, indifference curve, MRS. Right? So we will take out one diagram, and with the help of the diagram, we can explain where the consumer is getting the full satisfaction or equilibrium. We will check it, right? So let us take out a graph. Okay, so here I have taken one graph. This is the x-axis and this is the y-axis and 0, and most probably you know that x good in the x-axis, y good in the y-axis, right? Two goods we have taken, x good as well as the y good. What we require? First of all, we require the budget line. let us draw that budget line. Okay, now? Right. So here I am drawing this budget line. So this is the point A and this is the point B. Is the budget line or price line? So budget line is there, price line is also there. Now what we require? Number two, indifference curve, isn't it? So let us take out those indifference curve. So here I have drawn one indifference curve. I see. Next, the another one here I have drawn. Okay, this is IC2. Let me take out somewhat clearly. Okay, now, right? Right. Okay. Next, one more we will take out. This is the IC2. This is IC1 and IC2. Okay. So we have got the three combinations of indifference curve we have taken. Okay. Now let us discuss how we can say a consumer is getting the equal satisfaction or maximum satisfaction. Right. So under that I am discussing here explanation of diagram. Explanation of a diagram here I have taken. First point we have to write it. X-axis shows yes, what it shows? X good, and y-axis shows y good. Yes, number one point is clear. Number two, the point AB, what is AB? AB is the budget line as well as the price line we have taken. Right. Now, number three, we will take out in IC curve. In IC curve, what happened? Let us see. Okay, now in IC curve, I am discussing about the IC curve. The IC curve has intersected to budget line or price line. IC curve has been intersected to budget line at price line at the point P and Q. Did you remember? Can you see here? This is the IC1 curve and it is intersected at the point P and Q because IC curve has cut the budget line as well as the price line at the point P and Q. Okay, everybody, at the point P and Q, IC curve cut the budget line as well as the price line. What that mean? That means in IC curve, the IC curve cuts budget line and price line at the point P and Q. Do you know what that means? Okay, now, which means if IC curve is cutting the budget line, which means, okay, the consumer has more money. The consumer has more money to go for next combination. The consumer has more money to go for the next combination. Means if the budget line and the price line is cut by the indifference curve or indifference curve is cut the budget line or price line. Okay ना? अगर कट किया तो उसका मतलब है consumer has more money to go for the next combination. Did you understand? Cutting the budget line or price line, which means the consumer has more money to go for the next combination. Right? Now, number 4. In IC1 curve, what happens? We will see. Okay. here in the previous IC curve we have seen. Now we are looking at the IC1 curve. So now we are discussing the IC1 curve. The IC1 curve has touch. It has been touched. Okay, na? It has been touched at the point E. IC curve has touched the budget line. IC curve has touched the budget line at the point E. Are you getting it? IC1 curve is touching the budget line at the point E. What that mean? We will see. Okay, that means the IC1 curve touch the budget line or price line at the point E, which means it is called as okay na, full satisfaction, or we used to call it as maximum satisfaction, or we also call it as equal satisfaction from two goods. इक्वल सेटिस्फैक्शन फ्रॉम टू गुड्स. अगर टच किया तो उसका मतलब है कि कंज्यूमर उतना बजट में, द कंज्यूमर अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट इनकम he has got the full satisfaction with the help of two goods, X good and Y good. Means the budget is equal to the expenditure. The budget is equal to the expenditure at the IC1 curve. Why? Because IC1 curve touch the budget line. IC1 curve touch the budget line, which means full satisfaction. Okay na? Right. Next, number 5. In IC2 curve, what happened in the IC2 curve? Right. So the IC2 curve is not intersected or not touched by the budget line. Okay na? Okay, here you see IC2 curve. Did budget line intersect? Nor okay ना, nor budget line touch भी नहीं हुआ, intersect भी नहीं हुआ. Okay, IC2 curve में budget line touch भी नहीं हुआ, intersect भी नहीं हुआ, neither touch nor intersect, which means okay ना, which means the consumer has no money to reach the IC2 curve. उसके पास पैसा नहीं है, IC2 curve जाने के लिए उसके पास पैसा नहीं है. कहाँ पे खत्म हो गया? In IC1 curve, everything he has been spent it. Okay na? Right. So why? Because in the IC1 curve, it touches the budget line and price line. If it is touch, full satisfaction. If IC curve intersect the budget line, which means he has more money. Intersect हुआ तो ज्यादा पैसा है, नेक्स्ट कॉम्बिनेशन जा सकता है. अगर IC कर्व टच हुआ बजट लाइन को, if IC कर्व टच द बजट लाइन, which means full satisfaction, equal satisfaction. Okay ना? If IC curve not touched, not intersected also, not touched, not intersected also, then the consumer has no money. Just these three simple rule we have to remember. Okay, intersect. Intersect means who is intersect? IC curve is intersecting the budget line. IC curve is intersecting the budget line. Means more money. Means more money. Right? Touch. Okay. Number one, intersect. Number two, touch. Means IC curve is touching the budget line. Which means full satisfaction. Okay na? Next, number three, no touch or no intersect. No intersect. What is it? IC curve with a budget line, which means no money. No money. This simple funda, if you remember easily of your own, you can write it. Did you understand? Intersect hua to more money. Touch hua to full satisfaction. Not touched, not intersect, no money. Did you understand? Right? So very simple. Just keep remember we require the budget line as well as the indifference curve. With the help of these two, then only we can determine the consumer equilibrium. Where is consumer equilibrium now? The consumer is said to be equilibrium in the IC1 curve. Why? Because IC1 curve touch the budget line, which means equal satisfaction as well as the full satisfaction. Did you understand? Hopefully, everybody, I think, understand. Please let me know in the comment section. As well as don't forget to subscribe my channel. Your subscription is my encouragement. Okay. Please do remember and kindly click the notification button also. Okay na? Thank you so much.